Hey, happy day 784 of What's She Up To Now. She's Horne-Ellstrom, also known as Pajama Grandma, getting ready for and launching tomorrow a live challenge workshop. Been planning it before the world went crazy and the coronavirus has impacted and homebound many of us. I actually went out and ventured out yesterday on a walk downtown and then with my daughter and was, I've been hearing about it, but I hadn't been seeing it firsthand, and it was a little different seeing the change and seeing what the world is like right now in my little town than it normally is, right? I live in a small suburb of the neighboring state, the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, but we're in Wisconsin, and usually we're a hustling, bustling little town, and there's still a lot of things going on and a lot of things open, but there's so many that are closed and so many things that are shut down and so many people that are home looking for things to do, not knowing what to do, not knowing what to do moving forward. And I think we're kind of in this amazingly unprecedented time where we've been so busy running through our lives that this dead stop is freaking a lot of people out. And I say, don't be freaked out. Look at it as a gift. No matter what your situation is, we're all going to survive this. I know people that are freaking out financially. Guess what? We're going to be fine. We're not going to lose our homes. We're not going to lose our cars. We're not going to starve. This too shall pass and we'll figure it out. I guarantee we'll all figure it out. I have people really close to me that are freaking out right now. And I'm like, don't worry, we'll figure this out. We'll take care of it. But the uncertainty of the situation can be turned around and flipped around, that we can use this unprecedented and unbelievable time as an opportunity to focus on what is most important, the people we love and care about. Focus on our own self-care, because most of us are so busy running through our lives, we don't take care of ourselves. Focus on what you really want to do, what you really love to do, what you're curious about. When have you ever been able to go online and say, I've been wanting to look into this topic for a decade and I've never had the time to do it. I've been wanting to do this project around the house. Guess what? The home stores are open. Daughter and I went to the home store yesterday because she is using the time to organize in her new home and declutter and put things away and create things and do home projects that she hasn't had time for because she hasn't had a day off in like the last year. And now all of a sudden she found herself with actually 3 days in a row off. And so she's gotten more done in 3 days than she's gotten done in the last year of projects and things that she's wanted to do. So look for and focus on it. And I've been saying this to everybody I talk to. Focus on what you can do and what you're curious about and what you've been excited about doing that you just haven't had the time or energy to do. So I'm super excited. Tomorrow I am doing the live challenge workshop, and I had that planned way before we all got shut down for the coronavirus. And I'm really grateful and happy about that, because it's given me personally something to focus on, challenge on, and work on every single day. I was doing a 20-day countdown to the challenge. I just did number 1 because the challenge starts tomorrow. So for the last 20 days, I have already had a structure and something that I was working on and gonna do. And so I probably feel better about that than a lot of people do. But we have to create our own structure, right? Every one of us can create our own habits and our own structures that support us. Me going for a walk downtown supports me. Getting out and doing things and exercising, and it's on my own. And everybody's like, why do you go for walks on your own? I guess I was practicing for this because I've always gone for walks by myself. I like to. It's my time to think and plan and get ideas, right? Some of my best ideas ever have come when I was walking around the state park or walking down by the river. That's when my time gets decluttered and my energy and my mind gets decluttered and I can actually think and see straight, right? Is when I am out walking or doing something like that. It's not the same, when I'm on an exercise bike or when I'm on a treadmill. For some reason, I don't get as creative as when I'm out in nature. Just that's me personally. So I'm super excited about the challenge starting tomorrow. Now, I said not ready because I'm never ready, right? We are never, ever 100% ready or prepared. We could always do more. We could always have more in place. We could always do better. We could always have something that would be different. But that's why I say I'm never ready, but I'm going to do it anyway, right? There's a couple of things and a couple components and some stuff that I wanted to do before this challenge launched that I have on some other challenges, but I didn't find the time, given that things have changed in my life as well. Now I'm hanging out with a 4-year-old all day, every day, 5 days a week. And before, and it was only a few hours a day, but she went to school for 3 hours a day. And in that 3-hour window, it was easy for me to get all the things that I want to get done for my online world and business done, and plan out the things for the challenge and things. But since that changed a couple of weeks ago, all of a sudden, I find that there were things that I just didn't make a priority and I didn't get done. And is that okay? Absolutely. It'll still be awesome. I just didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done. Now I still have today, and I will get done what I can, but I also have to do some, because my own personal situation and challenges with my vision, I have to actually set up some things so I can actually make delivery of it better and easier than it normally is. Like, for example, I created a worksheet for everybody as we go through the challenge. I purposefully did not share that ahead of time, because if you share the worksheet ahead of time and people look at it and they're like, they see what the action items are and they see what the what I'm going to talk about in the fill in the blanks, because I created a fill in the blank thing, which here's my challenge. I created this worksheet and fill in the blank thing, but I can't see it, right? I can't physically see it. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to hook it up to the 60-inch TV and then try to see it in back of me on that while I'm talking to people and doing it live? Or do I just want to do like I usually do? Because normally what I do is I just have my 5-day challenge, or how many ever days the challenge is. I come up with a topic and I talk about that topic. It's one thing about when you've been in business for like decades and decades and 47 years, you can pretty much pick a topic and then people can ask you questions, or you can pick a topic and you can talk about that topic for a pretty lengthy amount of time. I mean, if you ask me anything about quality, even though I haven't worked in a specific quality function since 2004, I could still go on and on and on about quality and the function of quality and all of the different concepts and mathematics and statistics with respect to quality, even though I haven't worked in that industry for 15, 16 years, or specifically in that. Has quality always played a part in my life? Absolutely, positively. One of my, some of my favorite foundational things that my go-to methods and strategies I learned in college, and I learned by applying them in the quality function. One of that pops to mind is plan, do, check, act. Everything that you do in your life with respect to quality can be broken down to those 4 steps: plan, do, check, act. So there's things like that will always be with me. So from a mechanic standpoint, I have to decide, am I going to change where I do my recording? And yesterday I was thinking, yes, I was going to do that, and I was going to set up a whole new area. And today I'm like, nope, not going to do that. I'm just going to do my recording in my usual environment. Why? Because there's so much else going on in the world. I'm just going to keep things simple, which is a core principle in life and in what we're delivering and doing and how we're helping other people and how we're helping to make our life better. So often we overcomplicate the living daylights out of absolutely everything. And I guess that's another blessing in what's going on right now. We are being forced to back up, slow down, and figure out what our priorities are, what's important, and keep things more simple. Realize that all the complication, all the speed, all the nonsense that we've been putting ourselves through is kind of self-inflicted, right? When I think about I'm freaking out and stressed out about something, I sometimes just will stop and take a deep breath and realize that nothing outside of me is making me freak out and be upset about this. It's all coming from within me. And then I'm like, all right, I guess that means I can fix it, and I can figure out different ways of looking at this situation so that I'm not so upset or I'm not freaking out. So what do we have today? Fun day challenge today. Awesome. Day 75. I'm doing a 365-day fun challenge based on, actually, see my head, the little journal book, Do One Fun Thing Every Day. And I've been doing this for 75 days. I didn't start right at the beginning of the year because I was finishing off last year's, which was do one thing every day that makes you happy, because I wanted to be happier last year. So last year I got happier until the end of the year when I got really sick with the flu, but I still was on here every day except for 2 days. I wasn't on Christmas morning because I couldn't hardly get out of bed. I got out of bed onto the couch, which is pretty much where I stayed between the couch and the bathroom all day on Christmas Day. I totally missed Christmas this year. Guess what? I really was sad. I missed my family, but it wasn't the end of the world. And then after that, I rolled into doing one fun thing every day. And it's kind of funny because I didn't realize that this is for 6 to 9 year olds. But you know what? All of us have a 6 to 9 year old in us that maybe we didn't pay enough attention to. So even though some of the references are built for a younger audience, guess what? They're still really, really appropriate. Today was all about being kind. And now more than ever, we need to find ways to be kind to ourselves and kind to one another. So that was cool. Then the Supersize Your Business was about the idiom touch and go. And now we need to touch things and then go wash our hands, right? So we're remembering that. The biggest thing for me is, and I'm not out in the world, I'm in my own home, so 99% of the time, right? Unless I'm taking the dogs out, or if I'm walking to the mailbox, or if I'm going around. So I'm making sure I do that. But the biggest personal thing for me is not touching my face. I never realized, like, my nose always itches, or my hair gets in my face or in my eye, because I can only see really out of this eye. Secret. I can't see out of my left eye at all, and I can barely see out of my right eye. But I can see a little out of my right eye, which is why I got so miffed at my hairstylist when she gave me a side part that covers my right eye, because it makes it super annoying, because then I can't see even the colors or where my phone is to look. That's why when you watch my videos, half the time I got wonky eyes, because guess what? I don't know where to look. I can't see the camera. I know, all these secrets I'm revealing today. So it was about touch and go and near misses and uncertainty. And, you know, I think that we're getting a mass touch and go feeling across our world right now. And I think that's pretty unprecedented. I think maybe back in 1918 is the last time that we've hit anything close to this. And it's not even close, the implications of to the world, because our world has changed and grown so much. We have become so much more connected, and you know, with air travel and auto travel and being a global economy where we sell resources back and forth. I mean, it's just, we're so much more, even though a lot of times we feel more disconnected, we are actually so much more connected than we realize. That a pandemic and an epidemic and things like this can have a much more devastating impact on us. But this too shall pass. We will be fine. But touch and go, near miss situations, accidents, it's reminding us of our mortality, and that we are not, you know, invincible. I mean, it's kind of like as you get older, you realize that, and you become more and more aware of, you know, hey, the future is not guaranteed. But I remember back in high school, you know, and I think we're seeing that with people's behavior throughout this challenge. Younger people were and have been the slowest to adopt the social separation, right? The social distancing, because they think they're invincible. I remember in high school thinking that I was absolutely, you know, nothing was ever going to happen to me. I was made of steel, right? And it wasn't until I got older and things happened that I realized, oh, I guess I do have to consider the consequences of my behaviors and my actions, because I might not be here forever, and I can get hit by a bus tomorrow. So I think that this is just reminding us that we are not Superman, we are not Superwoman, and that things can happen that can stop us in our tracks and give us the opportunity to decide how we're going to respond to them. So that, and then countdown to the challenge. Today was day 1, and it was all about continuous improvement, which I think I might have already talked about. Anyway, I am here if I can help you in any way. If you're facing a challenge and you're just not sure what to do, ask me. Ask in the comments below. And I might not know the answer, but I will put you in touch with somebody that can help or can guide you in terms of what to do next. A lot of people, I deal with a lot of business people, and a lot of them are feeling overwhelmed and stressed out because their business doors are shut. And so they know that for the next 2 weeks for sure, they do not have customers and money coming in. And I'm here to say and to help you and them in any way that there are ways that you can continue to serve your people and generate income, even though you cannot physically be touching them. And the fields that can be, they're open, right? Chiropractors and medical practices and veterinarians and things like that are some of them are still open. So ask yourself, what's the difference between somebody that's in the same field as me that is open and me that is not? It might be that your governor said in your state you cannot be, you have to be shut down. But there's still ways to serve people. And if you want to know what some of those are, hit me up, because It's something I've been saying for a long time. Every single brick and mortar business needs to have and should have an online presence. And if you don't have one, now is the exact time to create that. Not stop in your tracks and go for dead and say, this has happened, therefore there is nothing I can do. If you say that, if you do that, I can almost guarantee you're right. Well, I guarantee you are right. And your business will probably die and not survive this situation. But if you say, okay, this sucks, my business is shut down right now, what am I gonna do? What can I do? You'll figure out the answer, and there's lots of help to figure out the answer. There's lots of help to do the next thing. So many of us are giving away free information and free courses and free help. I gotta tell you, I have got my own vault of information about almost any topic that any business owner would want to learn and know. All you have to do is ask me about a topic or something, and I will send you the links to the resources, and you can just be learning and figuring out right now, okay, what is the thing that I need to learn? How can I serve my people? How can I take what looks like a horrible situation that's going to kill my business and turn it around into something that actually catapults my business to the next level? Because that is entirely possible, and you can do it. Not just me, but you can do it too. So that's it. That's all I've got today. Have an absolutely amazing day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow with day 785 of what am I doing as I'm transitioning from the brick and mortar world and the corporate world of business to the online world of business. And guess what? It doesn't take most people 785 days, right? Excuse me. My goal is to, and is still to, which is why I'm continuing to share my journey, duplicate the success I've had offline and in the offline world online, and make it repeatable so that it becomes automatic. And I haven't achieved that yet, so that's why I share and document every day. Some people hop online and they just take what they've been doing offline and they put it online, and they are like successful in, like immediately or in less than 30 days, and you're blown away and you're like, how can this person be an overnight success? Well, they weren't. They practiced their craft, and they were awesome at it and mastered it and continually improved it and have their own system of delivering it and doing it. And all they did was take that and make it an automated way of delivering it. People that have gyms are still, and personal training companies are still serving their customers by going online instead of just expecting people to come into their gym. Anything is possible if we just believe it, and we ask ourselves, what else is possible? And then we move toward that. All right, enough pontificating. Catch you tomorrow. Bye.